Hello friend, welcome back here at the Battle of Stalingrad in Spectre of Communism. Last episode we did all the preparations that were needed. It took quite long, but we're finally here, so let's get started. So let's also get started with putting these guys on the boat. Huh. It's interesting, we can actually undeploy them and then they would immediately attack. At least they didn't get attacked there. That's good. Good, actually. I mean, they can't move, but it does mean that at least I've already put some units over to that side. I wonder what attacks them here. Nothing. I mean, something would attack them here, as you know, that's right next to an enemy unit. So that would make sense. I would use aviation recon, but I really need to get my units onto the ships or into the boats. So I really don't think that would be a great idea. Just kind of have to hope the AI doesn't see these bots. So I'm sometimes a bit confused as to why certain units can move afterwards, but others can't. Okay. Could you move in there? Yeah. Okay. So then potentially probably not these guys because they have to go by truck, but maybe I can still get a recon. Yeah. Definitely I'm looking to get as many units onto ships as possible at this stage. So, yeah, like I said, probably not you. Yeah, they're quite done there. So, let's just get them as close as possible so we can ship them over on the next turn, I think. For these guys, I think this is going to be quite a bit tricky because they have to go all the way up there. We can take that, but that's probably not a good idea. The best thing would probably be to just stay in the fortifications. Although, at least you get to offload. Nice, Volga. Well, the thing is that if I do a double attack, then what I would want to do is get these to move in here. They don't even need to attack, but it will allow me to land the infantry. I mean, it might not seem like much, but I actually do think that might be pretty important. And despite me missing out on quite a few command points at that stage, it's probably worthwhile. Cannot be activated. Probably. Oh, okay, you can. Strange indeed. I don't have any more points, so I'll just be waiting. Oh. And rearranging my troops for just the near future, for the next turn of drops. Probably at least in my best interest to do that now. They are very likely to have AA around this area. Yes, they do. But I will need to keep these forces, at least the fighters, over my units and give air support like this in order to make sure that my units are somewhat safe, especially the more expensive air units. Come on, can I get there? I would really like... Damn it. I would really like to get you guys onto 6. There we go. It's less important in this area because the AI is less likely to see these. I will still move the front view. Front 3. But definitely not after that. Because the EAA will just have to deal with it. However, you'll definitely go up there. Okay, so we're getting supplies from all these areas. I will move you down because they would be visible otherwise. You don't need to move. They will very likely get bombed though. But I will park you in there. So hopefully at least as well we'll get some AA support. Really no need to have these bombers out right now. That's pretty useless for a first turn at this stage, I would say. Let's move you into the city though, they're better protected that way. And I don't care if they bomb that their infantry. This might reveal a little bit more, although that is not as important either. Alright. Probably gonna see a pretty hard pounding for most of my frontal forces. Alright. I would expect them to hold out at least. Oh, it's units left 6. Okay. It's not turns left 6. So they're probably just gonna get smacked pretty hard. We have to get there quickly. 3A is doing its job for the most part, and obviously at some point the bombers would get through. It's not surprising. Just like that, it's not surprising. Guess that was always gonna go. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Are they bombing the fort? Oh no, they have torpedoes. Wow, 5 damage, huh? Well, my unit is no destroyer, that's for sure. If it was a destroyer, it would have been impregnable. But sadly, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, we knew that was gonna happen, but I could not allow them to bomb any of that. Okay, yeah. That's fine. The goal for that first turn is to set a decent position. They, again, have a huge number of air forces here. Torpedoes again? Yeah. So they are definitely going for the AA, and they will be able to take it down, as we can already see on the minimap. I cannot imagine us dealing a whole lot of damage there, but... let's see what they are gonna do. That's quite a lot of Tiger tanks. That's me. Probably going after the AT. Yeah. Okay. Attacking like that is just generally not super useful.
The German Air Force is giving us trouble, Comrade Zhukov. As long as they hold their air advantage, they will bomb every troop transport we try to send across the Volga.
In that case, we must take air superiority from them. Keep shooting down those Luftwaffe planes until they stop bothering us.
Comrade Zhukov, the Germans are planning to blow up valuable factory equipment in Stalingrad. We can't let that happen. You must capture the tractor factory, the Barricadi complex, and the Red October factory before the Germans turn them into scrap metal. You must hurry, but don't even think about bombing or shelling those factories. We need them for ourselves.
Surprised they haven't been turned into scrap metal. How is this even possible? Turns left 1 out of 3? That's really weird that they're saying that. I have 1 out of 3 turns left? But I just did 1 turn. How am I supposed to do that within the allotted time period? Alright. Let's get started here. I need to take back the supply hub. So let's come on. Let's go. I'm dealing 1 non-lethal to them. Not super useful. Problem is that these guys will pretty much hurt anything that I get to land around here. Anything that lands there will get smacked. 2 and 4 is nice. So I will take that, and then Actually, I will land more infantry in there. Yeah, they'll just get hit. Oh, wow. Okay, 4 and 1. Unbelievable. But I cannot land on any of these other guys. That would just be absolutely useless. Well, my units would just get tossed around by these guys. Maybe I'll deal 1 lethal? No, it's useless to attack. Oh well. Yeah. I don't know who you're trying to fool, but you're gonna get hit pretty heavily indeed, like that. Okay. Well, that kills one of them. And that clears out one of the tanks. Now, to be fair, I'd actually rather... no. Well, I do rather move for these, but... down to 0, huh? Now I cannot even move with them or they'll get destroyed. Oh right, they already attacked. Ugh. Let's use boom and zoom. They can level up with altitude. All weather is nice and all, but that's that. Very 7 damage, so I cannot kill them because yeah, they will just go to 0 with a bunch of damage, and then that will be that. Like, that will not help me in any way. So if I want to use the AA, I will also have to move in there, so I might just as well... Nah, that was useless again. Well, they were gonna do mostly non-lethal anyway, but... Now, if... It might be possible... I would have to kill these. That's insanely risky, although, I mean, let's take a look first here. 3141. Because then you kind of need to go in here. These need to go in here. And then I would have to drop the artillery in here. Move down. Attack, and they have lethal, so they can do it again. And then move back. You there. They would have to move. Seriously, they cannot get in there. This can't be that bad. Indeed. I need to get a unit into that hex. I mean, I could put them in there, which is, I guess, the ultimate. Yeah, I have no other choice, basically. Because I need to keep all enemy units at least at a distance of 2. And even already here. Like, that was super sketchy, but... Like, now at least I have some form of perimeter, and whether they're gonna break through, yeah, maybe. But... Can I undo that? I cannot undo that. Okay. Well, one thing that certainly needs to be done is these guys being on top of that. I might even need one here because jeez. Okay, well, the purpose has been achieved, though. And, There you go. So if they... Yeah, let's move you out of the way. They might still get wrecked, sure. But maybe not as bad as before. So here, I could not create a perimeter so far. So I actually cannot land with any other forces. Even if I drop the KV, that KV will get attacked here. They might not take that much damage. Then at least they will be across. Yeah. Probably, yeah, 1 damage, okay. It's not the end of the world. And this has 7 movement. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to move out of vision range for a bit in the hopes of not getting wrecked. Okay, well, I would say... Yeah, I still need to put these guys basically to go there. Nope, no. They'll go next turn. I'm quite sure they can attack this location. Like... I think it's super likely. I'm just very concerned, is all. I mean, I don't know who I'm trying to kid here. I think they're perfectly visible. Now, one thing I could do. Let's try to get them to... I guess they could just see this. If I just leave these guys here, I'm sure the AI will be lured in by that, probably. Maybe. This is also like super dangerous. This is really... What can't be good? We'll see. What I want to do though... Oh, I have... Actually quite a few units here. These guys can even attack. Oh, wait. Oh, no. That's the IL-4. That's already no good. You're up here, right? And they can immediately go there in one hit. Yes. Okay. Well, that was pretty much it. It's a pretty brutal turn, if you ask me. So it's probably going to be absolute murder, and it does look like it. I am not pleased with that. Yeah, so obviously they're going to be able to attack my bomber at that point. Goods. Also wasn't supposed to do that. Yeah. Oh god. That is the worst. Okay. Please tell me you're just gonna attack something like that. Are they gonna go for the artillery? Okay. Well, that's not the worst. And this is obviously not good. Yeah. Okay. Five non-lethal. Wow. Okay. It's like an artillery that way. If they can hit over it. Not particularly sure how you're supposed to save these forces there if the AI is that aggressive, although maybe the infantry would survive. If you can help it, but they sure are pressing on this. Okay, I mean they could take the factory for all I care. Although, yeah, I have no clue how many turns I actually have.
Comrade Zhukov, it has come to my knowledge that the commander of the 6th Army is still in Stalingrad. General Paulus has recently been promoted to Field Marshal by Hitler himself. The Fuhrer probably hopes Paulus will die fighting. It would be good for us to show the Germans that continued resistance is pointless. Try to take Field Marshal Paulus alive.
I will try. Sure. They're down to 1 with 5 damage, so they took quite a bit of a beating. But I guess not unovercomable. Now, I guess you can get the XP. Now, let's bait out the enemy here. Get the experience. Enemy aircraft shot down is 4 out of 9, so we're definitely not there yet. I mean, night turns in this sense are at the very least very good for landing troops. It would be very hard for the AI to defend under such circumstances as well. I really love this. Okay, but at least I got it where I want to have it. I'm surprised that even during the nighttime activity, my units are taking this much damage from these guys, even if it is non-lethal. Oh, okay, right. Cobra. That's fine. I would still be very surprised if I had 0 turns left for recapturing the factories. I don't think that would be the case, to be honest. So... at any rate... we know they also had an infantry there. And apparently also there, so... oh, they will get stopped, okay. Fair enough. Funny, they don't really get supplies. Because these guys distribute it. And they would be distributing it, I guess. Interesting that they would deal no actual damage. But let's see. Oh yeah, this is just a Ranger 1.
Zhukov, what are you doing? Stop bombing those factories immediately. We need them intact.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It will be fine. That's the second one. So now I do have a position from which I can place multiple units. Well, they would lose one ammo, I guess. Although, yeah, they get it from there, so. Let's get the other artillery in there too. I would rather not reveal this artillery. There's no real reason to attack either. Since I cannot deploy my forces, I'll just as well move like that. You already attacked. Yeah, so my situation has improved slightly there. Let's continue here. So they have a bunch of artillery. It wouldn't be too bad to give that a little whack. Is there anything else? This really sucks though. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. At least puts them to 0. They're quite weakened, so that's nice. Now, I think let's move you forward. I don't need to kill them. Let's just keep you in there. That's this one. Now, for crying out loud. Where was Palace? Down there. So, trying to take him alive shouldn't be the biggest problem in the world. Now, they can actually move around down there. I'm not too pleased about that, especially because they could potentially take down my artillery. So now you guys can land here and get the overrun, and they level up, so that's good for the HQ tank. Would it be possible to... no, there's no other hero going to get there. Seal the deal is also not particularly amazing, but I guess I'll do the job. I cannot land any more forces, but let's try to at least get them in the water and then move them accordingly later on. That will... 54 is the maximum, so I can actually not get them on the transport. And to be fair, I don't think... well, for this infantry it's probably a good idea. Sure. I could see that. But they're... I mean, this is not really that problematic of an objective, so might just as well leave it at that. Yeah, like I said, I would need to push up, but I think that's probably best to try and do that on the next turn. I also think that I can start looking at potentially getting some of these bombers ready. Especially during the night turns, I don't expect too much to happen here. So let's see. Like, I don't know how many turns I have left for the factories. I might have 2. I might have 1. Or even 0. Haha. I wonder what they're... Oh, they're... Really? They're going after them? Oh yeah, they couldn't move, so they can still see those. But it's night. Might not be the absolute worst. Jeez. Problem, of course, is that both artilleries are now also without any ammo on their turn. That's not great. I wish there actually was an ability that made it so that your units actually did not support in a case where it's actually useless. Yeah, this was really bad. Because they're like here, I don't want them to support at all in actuality, but they still do. Whereas I'd rather have them not support, but not. Jeez, that's pretty good. Even more Tiger tanks? That's insane. That's one. This would be 7, 8, and 9 potentially. But I sure am looking to give my my core units the experience as well. So now with that done. Ha. Rid of People's Hero, First Strike, Devastating Fire. I would actually... I mean, Eagle Eye is also really good. Though it's only spawning range. Yeah, let's go for Terrain Expert here. Sniper would be really good as well, I suppose. But I would really like the additional defense. Let's just get these guys in action. Down to 2. I don't want to kill them. I still need a final blow to be dealt. Let's do this.
The Luftwaffe is finally broken. They basically have stopped flying. The Germans have lost too many planes.
Goering's pilots aren't nearly as scary as they were at the beginning of the war. Now that they're up against Stalin's Falcons, these German aces have turned into common chickens.
I wouldn't really call it that, but sure. It's not looking really amazing. Although, if you ask me, I would not mind retreating a bit here. Yeah, it gives me an overrun. And it will allow me to also land the infantry. I mean, the immediate concern overall is to make sure that the enemy attacking forces are defeated. So, in a sense, I need to try and just get rid of as many attacking units as possible as well. How many losses am I allowed to take anyway? Quite a few. So that's at least positive. I really need some spawning around here too. Okay. Because this is Stück 3F and this 2. I think weird that they don't support from there. Because if I am to attack with them, they certainly do support. So just I would need to move one step back, but I'll be in severe trouble if I did. It's just best to work my way from the bottom down. So then at least as far as an extending beachhead goes, or yeah, I can just work my way to increase my odds. And Let's just say I want them to attack again. Just pull you back. Move you in here. And tell you to attack again. They still have 1, 2 Tiger tanks, another tank here. That's also gonna cause problems. One other thing I could do is move you up in here and then you into the city, which should protect them a little bit more. Well, ultimately the goal is to get the artillery down here, but then I need these guys to go to a better location where they also will not unnecessarily get attacked by whatever. Although, I don't think I think these guys already lost their support, but I'm not sure. I think they lost it. It's hard to say. Okay. Let's attack. Do another attack. They leveled up. Pretty neat. Let's give them veteran of the trenches. I really need to know when I need to take that, because it is very hard to press through. And obviously I have some units, but guess it is good to unleash those attacks first then. Let's just do this too. Good, it was non-lethal. They weren't gonna do a whole lot more useful things anyway. Now, let's just move you in here. So I can get these in here. Stuk's still ready to attack. If only they had more ammo. But still, they are out of it now. So at least I can attack again. Use yet another double attack. Really is the only way to get through here, and also to hopefully keep them alive. That destroys another artillery. Good. Those artillery are somewhat the bane of my existence as well. The AI can still inflict so much damage upon me. Because I still have so little space for maneuver. It is very, very tough. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna get hurt. But that's still, I think, a good idea. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can assist. Maybe. I'm actually not too sure. Game kind of suggests there's nothing there, so they can support it, right? But only once. Ha. And to be fair, that is another tank gone. Which does secure this area a little bit better. Tricky, tricky, tricky. So lower their entrenchments a little bit. I'm definitely looking at Like, they cannot overshoot there, so I definitely need to defend on that particular area. They might go down this way. I see. Well, I'm not very... Let's actually see, because they get supplies pretty much everywhere. And next turn it's gonna be another day turn. But let's move. Land another unit on that bank. And let's start sending a few more units. This is a Matilda. It can even unload. Yeah, okay. It's pretty risky, but I don't... If I just go here, they can take this. I don't really care about that. Like, just the mill is not really a problem. I don't care about that mill. In reality, now these guys also need to cross the river because they have no real business staying on this side. Not anymore, they don't. And even these. I'm best off spending my points. Let's get you back. Need at least some protection. They're not just suddenly... No, okay, good, good. I still expect a lot of trouble around here. You actually... Yeah, let's also pull you back. Just nothing to do at the island, really. And I will protect these. I have to be careful because the enemy just has still so much AA. That is just a very big problem still. I also seriously need to clear some of those infantry areas. You there. And kind of means they would be able to get in there with the infantry to take that, and that would practically take all of my supply. Let's just put you in there. That's really not good. You guys also cannot move for this turn. Yeah, I'm not surprised they're attacking like that. It's fine. Sure. Huh. Up here things are still quite troublesome though.
My agents have discovered that the Germans have sent a powerful artillery detachment to Stalingrad. It has 170mm cannons. Maybe you'd like to turn those guns over to the Red Army.
With pleasure, Comrade Beria. Those cannons are just what we need to storm defensive fortifications and for counter-battery fire. But I don't think the Nazis will give them up without a fight.
Right now you have an opportunity to convince the Germans to give you the guns. You need to capture the rail station where these cannons are being unloaded. Be quick! Don't give the Germans a chance to bring those guns into action.